Lincoln Alexander was the first black member of the Parliament. In his time, he was the Minister of Labor, Member of Parliament, and much more. Born in Toronto, Ontario, Lincoln Alexander has been an influential leader in civil rights and equity activism.
First word of which started with F and the second word of which started with O.
But to understand how he came to this point, we need to go back to when he was born, 1922. Alexander was born on January 21st, 1922 in Toronto, Ontario. After his parents divorced, he moved to New York City with his mother. There he was inspired by black professionals, inspiring his dream to change the world. He returned to Toronto in 1939, making anti-aircraft guns to help Canada in World War II. Later, in 1942, Alexander joined the Royal Canadian Air Force, RCAF for short. Because Alexander had poor eyesight, he was not eligible for combat. Instead, he trained as a wireless operator. When he was discharged in 1945, he held the rank of corporal. After the war, Alexander decided education was his priority. He earned a Bachelor of Arts from McMaster University in 1949, followed by a law degree from Osgoode Hall Law School in 1953. He practiced law in Hamilton, Ontario, leading the way for black lawyers, a job which was mostly white at the time. Later in his memoir, Go to School, You're a Little Black Boy, 2006, Alexander mentions a 1960 tour of Africa through 26 nations that impacted his worldview. He writes, "The experience was an eye-opener for me, not only as a lawyer, but also as a human being, because I began to realize what black people could do. I saw that, unlike the Hollywood version, these Africans were men and women of significant talents. I became conscious of my blackness. I had come from a white world. Now we were in Africa, and I realized we are people of skill and creativity. I was a black man, and I was a somebody. I started standing tall." In 1968, Lincoln Alexander made history. He became Canada's first black member of Parliament, breaking a political barrier for black people. And Lincoln Alexander didn't stop there. He later became Canada's first black cabinet minister as Minister of Labor and Ontario's first black lieutenant governor. He was re-elected 4 times, serving 12 years. A memorable moment in his career was when Alexander accused former Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau had mouthed the words F off to them during question period.
He mouthed 2 words, the first word of which started with F and the second word of which started with O. And he said it twice to John Lundrigan, the member from Gander-Twilligat, and he also said the same thing to me. Now, I think that we've reached a point where this type of conduct, it's not only disgraceful, but it's unacceptable, and I tried to bring that point home. Now, of course, the Prime Minister wants to split hairs and states that he didn't say it, but when he mouthed it, it was readily recognizable by me as to what he said and what he meant.
I move my lips and I use my hands in a gesture of derision, yes. But I didn't say anything. If these guys want to read lips and they want to see something, that's their problem. I think they're very sensitive. Well, they come in the house and they make all kinds of accusations. And because I smile at them in derision, they come stomping out and, go crying to mama or to television that they've been insulted or something? Well, it's a lie because I didn't say anything.
Did you mouth it?
What does mouth mean?
Move your lips?
Move your lips. Yes, I move my lips.
In the words you've been quoted as saying?
No.
Did you intend to convey that?
What were you thinking when you moved your lips?
What is the nature of your thoughts, gentlemen, when you say fuddle-duddle or something like that? God, you...
Even after politics, Alex was Chancellor of the University of Guelph in 1997, helping the next generation of leaders. In 1948, he married Yvonne Harrison, daughter of railway porter Bert Harrison. They had one child, Keith, in 1949. Later, Lincoln's wife suffered from Alzheimer's disease and passed in 1999. Lincoln later met Marnie Beale, and they got married in 2011 as his second wife. Alexander was shaping equity, equality, and justice. In his lifetime, he received numerous awards and honors, including Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee Medal. His contributions to civil rights, education, and public service earned him national thanks. Lincoln Alexander passed away in his sleep on October 19, 2012. Lincoln Alexander was focused on leadership and justice. He shaped a way for future generations, proving that with determination, anything can be possible. Today, he is remembered as one of Canada's most influential Black figures.